happy Women's Day to all of you. Well, for a married man, each day is a Women's Day. But yes, on 8th of March, we celebrate International Women's Day, and I want to celebrate it because I'm really proud to be a woman. Hello everyone, I'm Nancy Shah. I'm a trainer, I'm a public speaker, and I also host events as an MC for corporate social events. This Women's Day, I want you to meet a wonderful woman of my life who is the source of inspiration for me and who had made a lot of difference in my life as well. She is an entrepreneur. She runs her own institute named as Dipti Shah's Institute of English, Public Speaking and Self-Development, located in Ahmedabad, Gujarat. She started it before 38 years and she has taught more than 16,000 students over the period of time. She is a mother, she is a wife, she is a daughter-in-law. She fulfills all of her responsibilities of life along with her aspiration to become something better. And even at this age, she carries herself like a teenager, full of enthusiasm, who is ready to rock and achieve new heights. So I found her life really interesting and worth knowing. So I thought, let me invite her for an interview, and I want to ask her a few questions, and from that probably you may also get some inspiration. Of course, the man who is watching this video, don't worry, it's a Women's Day, but the messages or the content that she talks about is equally applicable for all the men as well. It's for everyone because the journey of life is similar for every one of us. Dipti ma'am is the most inspiring woman I know, and I'm sure you would be having some inspirational lady in your life as well. If yes, then do not miss out on giving credit to them today because it's a Women's Day. So tag their name in the comment below and applaud for them today. And yes, we are here to conduct that interview. So presenting you the lifelong messages from a conversation with Mrs. Dipti Amit Shah, my source of inspiration and the wonderful woman I know. So let's get started. Happy Women's Day to you, ma'am.
Happy Women's Day, Nancy.
I'm so excited for this interview. It's been long I was thinking about this, and finally we are here. And thank you so much for agreeing and giving your time for this interview. Well, already I have briefed you about what Dipti ma'am is and what she does, and it is a wonderful opportunity for all of us to know about how she has made this journey and what she has become and how. So very first thing I want to ask you, like, how do you manage to look such gorgeous at this age? Like, that's the first question.
See, when I look at wonderful, beautiful, kind people like you, my students are so young, energetic and vibrant, and I stay with them most of the time. I've stayed with them for 38 years of my teaching, and that's what keeps me young. So age really doesn't matter, Nancy, when you are very happily, gainfully, productively, creatively employed into an activity of your passion.
Of course, it's a Women's Day, and a lot of people would ask about how the women have grown over the period of time and things. I want to ask you one thing, like, you're a mother, you're also a wife, you're also an entrepreneur, you're running your institute, you're guiding people, you're a public speaker, and you're a learner till date. So how do you manage all these hats together? Like, how do you do it? Because I am amazed with this.
I don't know. It's very easy. In fact, to tell you the truth, Nancy, I feel that I have still abundant time left to my disposal. And I would like to do more and more and more and more. In the last 38 years, let me tell you a little bit. We came from America in 1980, right? I had a double master's in English and I had one master's over there as well. So I came back and I thought I would teach in a college. Now in 1980, May, when I returned, there was a supernumerary teachers law effective in Gujarat. And so they couldn't hire me as a fresh graduate and as a full-time college professor.
Even if you're qualified, even if
with all qualifications and with all connections and with all the confidence that I had, I couldn't get a full-time job as a college professor. Nancy, is it bad or good?
Of course, at that time, you would have felt that that's the worst thing that could happen to you.
I think it is the best thing that happened in my life.
Because you turned it around.
Because if I had been a professor in a college, I would have been dean or head of the department in one of the local colleges, and I would have retired at the right age. But see now, nobody can retire me. Only God can. And He's doing good. I'm going strong. And many of my students, staying here, going to different parts of the country and abroad, have settled so fabulously and phenomenally in their lives and careers that is the greatest blessing of God.
And that gives you satisfaction that you could
Terrific and tremendous satisfaction.
How Dipti Shah's Institute started?
Okay, so that, as I said, was an aftermath of this particular law about supernumerary professors. Because I couldn't get a full-time job, God charted out a way for me. He said, you have to go this way. When God closes one door, He opens always a bigger, I would say a bigger, a better, a nobler, a loftier door. And that's what happened to me. So because I didn't get that job, I thought fine, I still got, you won't believe, but GLS school, I taught in 5th, 6th, 7th standards. And there was a Nanavati said, Dipti, I'll take you, and your English is so superb. And I spoke in such American accent. Kids were enamored by me everywhere. They thronged me and then said, ma'am, come to our class. And come to our class. I was teaching Gujarati and I don't know, SS and English and whatnot. So
you started.
That was a fun time. 3-4 months. Yes.
Start from somewhere.
See, yes. So I started there, and then I think in the middle of the year only, after Diwali or so, they said, ma'am, we are getting a part-time position open at Bhavan's Arts and Commerce College for an English professor, and we can offer that to you. I said, why not? 1981, you won't believe, Nancy, 1981, I taught English, special English as well as general English as well as commercial communication in that Commerce and Science College. You would not believe, at 7 o'clock in the lecture, how many people were there? 7. There were 7. I looked at the register, there were 110. All the people. So in the zero lecture, very few students came.
So
the common lectures, there were 100. I didn't bother. I was never discouraged, and there is a secret for this. I was never discouraged, sorry, because in America we had gone through the toughest training in toughness, in positive thinking, in persistence, in never giving up, in never wallowing in self-pity. Oh my God, look what's happening to me, how unlucky I am. The thought never crossed my mind. Because in America, we had sold Bibles, listen to me carefully, door to door for 4 summer vacations, 2.5 months each. Understand, 10 hours a day, knocking 25 doors, getting into maybe 15 to 18 doors, and selling Bibles which are available everywhere free of charge.
Oh.
But this is a more than 100-year-old tradition in the southern states of America, that students come and they support themselves, and that's how we supported ourselves, and we learned the toughest lessons in success and victory and persistence and never giving up, because it was a pure commission job. Bolo. If you sell something, you make a buck, $1, otherwise you don't. So we had no ground for making any excuses of any kind. Why I'm not successful? Why I can't do it? Look, I have so many problems. Look, there are so many troubles. Look, it is so tough. But I never for a moment thought of quitting and saying, God, what am I doing? Why is it so tough, and why do I have to do it?
And I think you started your first batch from your home?
No, my first, this is an interesting story. So 1981. Oh, I told you about, I was a professor there, but I was a total flop. Do you know how?
How?
Because 1981 was a mass promotion year at Gujarat University. No exams. All the students promoted.
So
in colleges. So I don't know what happened, but at the end of it I was fired. Do you know why?
Why?
Because the college said, now we have a full-time professorship offered, ma'am, we can't keep you. We have to hire a supernumerary professor. So I said, like Narsi Mehta said, ne balu thayu, bhagi janjar sukhe bajishu Shri Gopal, but I started teaching. So then I was looking for a place. And there was a school, and they could give me something little on rent, and so there were students sitting on the floor, and then with the small benches and all, and my parents at the street corner were standing with a placard which read, "Ahiya English class chale chhe." So Flam school ma. And then that just worked for one batch, and then I tried somewhere else, and then My family, joint family. My family, my brothers, brother-in-law's family and parents-in-law. We were all in a rented bungalow near Paldi Crossroads. And there was a basement there. So I cleaned out the basement. And I didn't have money to invest in myself, so the roller boards were on the walls and there were empty shelves with all the 40 years of kachra. We cleaned out, we made a small library over there, and then in those days we used to get those wooden royal cloth chairs. They could open up.
Okay.
They were folding chairs, they could open up. So my parents gave me 8, my mommy gave me 4, my other auntie Kaki gave me 4. It was a family contribution to start Dipti Shah's classes. Was mad.
That's my next question, like how your family has played an important role in building this what you're today.
See, grace of my husband, my family, my in-laws. The support. Of course, occasionally people do get a little bit edgy or tired. This is so much activity in the house and so much disturbance in the house. But never have they told me. They have lovingly and patiently endured the difficulties that had to be. I think I have been one of the luckiest persons that I know. And my husband, who joined me, let me see, 1996 he joined me. Let me tell you a little bit about Amit Shah. Amit Shah is a background king, he's a kingmaker of Dipti Shahs, but he jokes that it is Dipti Shah. Not Amit Shah, but I say the Shah is common. Dipti is for Dipti and Shah is for Amit. And he has an invaluable contribution in this course. And you know about Amit Shah. And people are crazy. Ma'am, we love sir more than we love his lectures more than yours. I said, that is fine. I have to teach English and public speaking, and you have to clear the test, and you have to make submissions, you have to make speeches.
You're always running after people. Okay, have you done your homework? Have you given the test? Have you read this book? What is your library issue what you're doing right now?
Reading is the key. I believe, Nancy, without reading, a man cannot have a fulfilled life.
I have to actually learn and improve upon this aspect particularly.
If you can read 25 books a year,
that's a big difference.
That is 2 books a month. My God. Look at the widening of your horizons, your thought processes, the inspiration you will get, the vocabulary you will develop.
So you are referring to the books and you are saying that people should read books. So I would like to know, what are the 3 of your favorite books which you would recommend everyone to read?
A very difficult choice indeed, but I'll do it. Because you asked me, I've selected 3 books. The first one is The Power of Your Subconscious Mind by Joseph Murphy. This is the book. You not only want to read it, you want to chew it, digest it, imbibe it in your life. Number 2, How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie, the age-old book on human relations. I will tell you one thing, this is the greatest gift I've given to my younger son Amitabh Shah, and he must have so beautifully imbibed. I think it has got into his bloodstream. And this is something, The Law of the Spirit World by Khurshid Bhavnagri. This is for beyond the human life. It gives us a perspective that we are a divine soul and we have taken up this body and we are on a visit to this earth, and that spirit world is not just some fantasy or a dream, that it's a reality. So that book gives us a proper perspective on human life and makes us noble, kind and good.
Surely that would help our viewers to go through this book, and they will surely recommend this to others as well. One more question, like what do you want to do next? Like, you have done a lot, you have achieved a lot, there's so many awards in the book and so many things that you've trained people, you have made difference in a lot of lives.
Yes.
Like, what are your plans? Like, you're still young, you're still energetic, you still want to do many things.
Yes.
So what's the next thing?
I had a dream that I want to publish my book and and put it into society, and then idea came again and again and again and again and I have a book. Yeah,
so of course,
this is the book.
Wonderful read.
Yeah, that we are putting up. I mean, it doesn't read like a novel. The name is Effective Public Speaking. After 30 years of teaching, I thought I need to give it to the society at large. Not only to students who come into Dipti Shah's classrooms, but I want to reach out to people in their schools, in their colleges, in their corporates, in other institutes and organizations, because people are kind of so much frozen in their tracks. They are so afraid of public speaking. I aim at popularizing public speaking and dissuading and allaying some of the fear and ignorance of public speaking in the educated people
For
of
your
our country.
information, that book is available on Amazon. We will provide the link of that book in the description.
Correct. For the next 3 years, I'm planning, let me also impact another 15 to 16,000 people who have not been able to come into Dipti Shah's classroom. So I will get out and go to high schools or colleges and universities and corporates and other organizations as much as possible. And now I've added kindness to that as well. Zig Ziglar has rightly said, you can get anything in life. You can get anything in life if you help enough other people get what they want in life. So
Amazing.
I just want to give back as thanks. I just want to thank him for all the blessings, all the goodness that I have experienced on this visit to the earth. And my husband always tells me, Dipti, we are living a dream life. What? I mean,
dream
nobody
life
could
for
ever
many.
imagine. Yes, a very fulfilling and a very grateful life.
Okay, the last question for the day. This is a Women's Day and there are a lot of people who are watching this video. I just want you to say something like, what is your message to us who is just watching you?
To think seriously, I mean, take themselves seriously. Never believe that you can't do it. If an idea comes in your mind and heart again and again, it's the big thinker trying to crash into you. Like, Nancy, you decided to go a full-time anchor, become a full-time anchor because that idea came in your mind again and again, because God has sent you and you have a mission. God had put me on this mission of teaching English, teaching public speaking, teaching self-development, teaching self-confidence, and teaching kindness. That is a fourth dimension that is added in the last 10 years. I believe that in 2005, my younger son Amitabh Shah, Yale MBA, he started Yuva Unstoppable. It's a kindness initiative. Yes, it's an NGO. And mainly working with the municipal school kids, and now they're also working on building the infrastructure of municipal schools, smart rooms and toilets and areas and so many other things. So I call him my kindness guru. He said, Mama, you have to spend 2 hours of a week with the poorest of the poor. Give selflessly. See, ultimately in the spirit world, when we talk about spirituality and everything, life between lives and everything, there are only 2 things that matter in our life, and that is God or the divine being or whoever, creator, seems to ask us, have you loved people and have you served people? These are the only 2 things important in life. Whatever position, whatever power, whatever money you have, but help others, love and serve. I think this is the ultimate purpose of life. किसी की मुस्कुराहटों पे हो फिदा, किसी का दर्द बन सके तो ले उठा, किसी के वास्ते हो तेरे दिल में प्यार, जीना इसी का नाम है.
Thank you so much for this wonderful interview, and I'm sure that people who are watching this would have enjoyed this and got so many messages out of it. You are such an inspiration for all of us, and you are like a mother figure for me. So thank you so much for all the love and care that you do, and for everyone who come across you.
God bless you.
Yeah, thank you so much.
And I love you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Hey guys, I hope that you have really enjoyed this video and found it worth watching. Of course, all of the lessons or the messages or the conversation we had with her were quite applicable to each one of us, and I'm sure you would have found your piece of inspiration. she is such an inspiration for me, and I'm sure, as I said earlier, you would be having some inspiring lady in your life. Do not miss out on tagging them in this post, because this is time to applaud for them. So please like, comment, share and subscribe to my YouTube channel as well to get such more videos, and stay tuned. Bye bye.